On a chilly Friday morning in New York City, the sky hung heavy with gray, casting a subdued light over the bustling streets. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafted through Sunny Diner, a cherished local spot known for its fluffy pancakes, hearty laughter, and the warmth that enveloped all who entered. As the bell above the door chimed, Maya, a 27-year-old waitress with tired eyes and an unwavering smile, stood behind the counter. Despite the weariness etched in her features from working double shifts all week, her demeanor radiated kindness. Maya was fighting her own battles, striving to save money for her sick mother's hospital bills, a struggle known only to her. She served each cup of coffee and every plate of food with genuine care, believing that kindness always found its way back to those who gave it freely. That morning, fate had something unusual in store. A man dressed in a sharp gray suit entered the diner, commanding attention. His polished shoes glinted, and his bold crescents turned heads. This was no ordinary customer. James Carter, a billionaire CEO known for his ruthlessness and perfectionism, was known to strike fear into the hearts of many. But today, he was not here for business. He carried a personal mission, one that had brought him to this quaint diner amid the chaos of the city. Taking a seat by the window, he observed Maya as she greeted him with her warm smile. "Good morning, sir. Would you like to start with some coffee?" she asked, her voice sweet like the syrup she poured over pancakes. James nodded, his expression void of warmth. Black coffee, no sugar. As she poured his coffee, James watched her interactions closely. The way she smiled at an elderly couple at table 3, bent down to help a child pick up a dropped spoon, and thanked the cook for each dish. Something in her calm energy struck him. Perhaps it was the hopefulness in her eyes, or the gentle way she navigated her day, that intrigued him. When Maya returned with his coffee, James pulled a crisp $1,000 bill from his wallet, placing it on the table with a deliberate slowness. "This is for you, but I want to see what you'll do with it," he declared, his tone challenging. Maya blinked in disbelief. "Sir, that's a lot of money," she stammered, her heart racing as she felt the weight of the bill in her apron pocket. James leaned back, his gaze unwavering. "Yes, you can keep it, give it away, or burn it. Your choice. I just want to see what kind of person you are." The diner fell into a tense silence, even the cook peeking out from the kitchen, intrigued by this unexpected turn of events. Maya stared at the bill, her mind racing. $1,000 could cover her rent, her mother's medications, and groceries for weeks. Yet, as she looked up at James, something stirred within her. "Are you serious?" she finally asked, searching his eyes for any hint of jest. He nodded, affirming her incredulity. With an awkward smile, she whispered, "Thank you, sir," and tucked the money away. But uncertainty lingered in her heart. Hours passed, but Maya continued her work with the same dedication. However, James noticed her gaze drift outside the window, her expression contemplative. When he finished his meal and stood to leave, Maya rushed to the counter, her voice steady. "Sir, please wait." James turned, curiosity piqued. Maya retrieved the $1,000 bill, holding it gently, as if it were a precious treasure. "I can't keep this, but I know where it's needed more," she said, determination in her eyes. Stepping outside, she spotted a little boy, no older than 8, standing across the street. His clothes were worn, his face pale, and the cardboard sign he clutched read, "Hungry, please help." Without hesitation, Maya knelt beside him, handing over a takeout bag full of hot pancakes, fruit, and milk. Then she tucked the $1,000 into the boy's pocket. "Use this to get food and warm clothes for you and your mom, okay?" she whispered softly. The boy's eyes widened in disbelief. "Are you an angel?" he asked, his voice trembling with hope. Maya laughed gently. "No, sweetheart, just someone who believes in kindness." James stood frozen at the door, his heart shattering in the wake of her selflessness. The cold, calculating facade he wore began to crack as memories flooded back. Memories of a hungry boy who once roamed these very streets, alone and desperate, until a kind stranger had offered him food and whispered a lesson he'd long forgotten. Maya turned and saw tears glistening in James's eyes. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked softly, her concern genuine. He took a deep breath, his voice shaking. "You just reminded me who I used to be." Stepping closer, he inquired, "You had every reason to keep that money, yet you gave it away without hesitation. Why?" Maya's smile was gentle, yet profound. "Because I've learned that the more we hold on to, the less we have, but the more we give, the richer we become." Her words resonated deeply within him, striking chords he hadn't touched in years. Slowly, James retrieved his wallet once more, placing a check for $50,000 on the counter. "Maya, this is not charity, it's gratitude. I want you to manage a community kitchen under my foundation. Feed those who need it in your own way." Maya's eyes filled with tears of disbelief. "Sir, I don't know what to say." James smiled for the first time that day, a genuine expression of warmth and hope. "Just say yes." With a soft nod, she whispered, "Yes, sir, and thank you." 1 year later, the sign outside Sunny Diner had transformed. It now proudly declared, "Maya's Table, a place of kindness." Every evening, people in need could come and eat for free, a testament to the principle of generosity that Maya embodied. And every week, James Carter visited quietly, not as a billionaire, but as a humble volunteer serving soup. When reporters once asked him why he donated millions to charity, he simply replied, "I once tested a waitress with $1,000, but she tested my heart with her kindness. And she won." Kindness doesn't need wealth, just a willing heart. One small act can change someone's world. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stars of Kindness, where every story reminds us goodness still exists.